Welcome back to AriLagi channel. Today we will be covering La-5FN. The La-5FN is a rank 3 Soviet fighter, with a battle rating of 4.0, AB and SB, and 3.7, RB. This aircraft has been in the game since the start of the open beta test prior to update 1.27. Being the last La-5 modification available, one can expect a similar playstyle to the previous variants. However, turn it up several notches to 11, sporting accurate twin 20mm cannons and amazing low-altitude performance. The La-5FN is a plane with heart that can provide some blood-pumping engagements. The La-5FN is armed with two 20mm Shvak cannons, nose-mounted, 170 rounds per gun equals 340 total, with a fire rate of 720 shots per minute. My recommended ammo type or belt of this plane is tracer belt, because it always have high explosive in every rounds. The Shvat cannons are quite effective at this battle rating, consisting of adequate damage output, a high rate of fire, and decent ammunition belts. La-5FN can be outfitted with the following ordnance: 250 kg Fab 50 bombs, 100 kg total. The flight performance: at altitude around 6,100 meters it can go up to 620 km per hour in a straight line. Turn time around 19 seconds. Max altitude around 11,350 meters. The engine performance of the La-5FN: when on optimal altitude 1550 meters, the engine at 100% power is 1630 horsepower, and war emergency power or WEP is 1920 horsepower. And at 4,550 meters the engine horsepower dropped to 1430. The plane have 3 flaps setting. It have combat flaps, take-off flaps and landing flaps. The La-5FN have a few limits on the airframe. Wings brake at 735 km per hour. Gear brakes at 310 km per hour. Combat flaps brakes at 447 km per hour. Take-off flaps brakes at 418 km per hour, and landing flaps brakes at 270 km per hour. The La-5FN is the last of the La-5 modifications available, before moving on to the improved La-7, and is one of the best planes at its BR. Designed to be contemporary to the German Bf 109, it maintains excellent energy retention, adequate speed, brutal acceleration, and an amazing turn rate makes this a monster at its rank. If you made it this far in the Soviet tech tree, you should understand that all but 4 Soviet prop fighters are horrible above 4,000 meters, 13,123 feet, where their engines that are tuned for low altitude will asphyxiate above that altitude, so avoid high altitude fights at all costs. Head-on engagements should be avoided, as the radial engine presents a large target that's prone to damage. A purebred energy fighter through and through, one should employ energy fighting tactics, such as stall fighting, vertical scissors and others. However, due to its fantastic turn rate, you can outturn most German, American, Italian, and French fighters. Never engage in a turn fight with the British Spitfires or most Japanese fighters, as they can turn on a dime and have a relatively powerful armament. Usage of manual engine controls will allow you get more out of the engine at lower altitudes. Setting the propeller pitch to 100%, the radiator to 65%, and the oil radiator to 85%, will allow you to use WEP indefinitely without overheating. The values for both of the radiators can be reduced slightly when flying at higher altitudes or on colder maps. Pros and cons. Pros: excellent low-altitude performance, faster on the deck than most of its peers. Great energy retention and excellent acceleration. Good maneuverability. Combat flaps can be deployed up to 400 km per hour. Is accurate and fast-firing cannons with a larger ammo supply than most Soviet fighters. Sturdy for a Soviet fighter. Cons: poor engine performance at higher altitudes. Can't use WEP or war emergency power above 3,700 meters. Engine has a tendency to overheat at lower altitudes if manual engine controls aren't used. Armament is inadequate when facing multi-engine aircraft, such as bombers. Lower dive speed compared to contemporaries. Lackluster suspended armament. Severe elevator lock up above 550 km per hour IAS. Thank you guys for watching. I will be uploading next video very soon. Please help me by liking this video, and hit the subscribe button to not miss the next video.